absolutely annihilate.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 with another RallyCross build with, well, rather fittingly, the Rally Fighter. The 205 Rally did very good as Rally in the name, so obviously, by the power of deduction, this must also be very good because it has Rally in the name. Sadly, it's a company no longer with us, and it's an American company. We haven't done an American car yet, somehow. The closest we got was a Forsberg, which is an American person. But even then, that was a Nissan. Now, we don't have any front aero, which is bad. We do have rear aero, and by rear aero, I mean the mythical aerodynamic improving hat. And we got some drag-reducing mud flaps, as usual, and some weight-saving headlights and fog lights. Yeah. Physics doesn't makes sense there. No rally tires, so we're stuck on off-road race tires. That's not ideal. We did swap this, so we just need to do that. We already have a roll cage, which is nice. That's good. We're still heavy, though. 3,500 pounds. That's not ideal. I think we will need an aspiration swap, if not an engine swap, because we're going to have a lot of horsepower, and it's not gaining PI very much. We're barely in S1 class, so that's 60 PI to go. So we're going to need probably twin turbo this. Maybe we'll try a supercharger. You know what? We'll try a supercharger. It's pretty much the same horsepower. We're going to need engine swap it. That's really bizarre. Huh. It's going to be insanely powerful. We're going to be at 1,000 horsepower most likely. So let's see what the engine's got. We got the 7.2 liter V8, all is good. 8.4 liter V10, TVR speed 12, Aventor V12, 6.2 V8, or the diesel. We're going to go with the racing V8 because that's actually the lightest one here. So hopefully this will be enough without having to aspiration swap it. Oh, now you're just going to be mean, aren't you? Now you're just going to be mean. Perfect. Alright, now can we sneak a flywheel on? No. What about you? What if we tried this? That saves 14 pounds, but this thing here, I think that's actually a net benefit. So sure, we'll go with that. Let's just check to make sure I'm not crazy. It only adds 4 pounds, and this thing, yes, perfect. So that removes 11 pounds, and this only adds 4 back. We will take that. So there we go. 1,004 horsepower, 760 torque, and 3,400 pounds. But it doesn't have rally tires, and it doesn't have front aero, really, so I have no idea how this is going to fare. Okay, the Local Motors Rally Fighter will have to beat a 102.655 set by the Ferrari 250 GT. Very different philosophies. The GT was very light, 2,000 pounds on the dot. This, not so much, but it has almost twice the horsepower. But again, it doesn't have rally tires, so it has less grip, and it doesn't have front aero, so it's less grip, and it's, well, proper Baja suspension, so you can see it's a bit wobbly. This is going to be interesting. I don't think this is going to beat the 250. I was wrong because I thought the Peugeot was unstoppable and then the Ferrari beat that. So never say never, but this is tripoding like a trophy truck, and that is, well, entertaining. Not conducive, whoa, to lap pace. It's bloody fast, I'll tell you what. This is not quite, I think this is, it's a runner-up for the heaviest vehicle we have run. The only other competition being the Audi RS7, which starts out at a similar weight to this. Very different philosophies. This is a purpose-built, rally racer, basically. It's somehow road legal-ish, if I recall. Oh, but the Audi is very luxury-focused, very understeered, because it's an Audi and the engine is in the wrong spot. It's front-mounted, well, it's front engine front-mounted, so all of that weight is ahead of the axle. This is, it's better, it's closer to 50-50 when it comes to the Odoo. When it comes to the weight distribution, because the engine is at least behind the rear axle, or the front axle. And it's not a Porsche 911, it's behind the front axle, but it's in front of the driver, so it's front mid-engine if I use my terminology correctly. And it's very wobbly, which causes a bit of chaos, but God, is it fast accelerating. I mean, 1,004 horsepower will do that to you. But interesting, it doesn't feel as fast accelerating as other vehicles, and I think that might be because of the weight and the suspension. It feels very Larry, because, well, if you look at it, it's very Larry indeed. It's got a lot of body roll. Whoa. Just murdered that. Yeah, it's not going well for our hero so far. The sharp-nosed monster is, well, not doing great. It's very fast, but I really don't have that much confidence in it. And you need confidence on this course because you have to be smooth on this course, and if you're not smooth, well, you're not fast. That was a good run through there, though. Whoa! I was a bit of a shallow line, but it wasn't actually that big of a deal. Ugh. I didn't want to brake there, but I had to actually make the corner. Because I do need a clean run. Yeah, it's not accelerating as much as I would have thought for 1,000 horsepower, naturally aspirated no less. But it just doesn't have the pace. It doesn't. I think it's just too heavy. Now, if it had better suspension, I think I could manage the weight. But this thing, it's just undrivable relative to the other vehicles that we've done on this series so far. I mean, this is our best lap by miles. We are already on the pace of the Audi, but the Audi is, well, we're almost on the pace of the Audi. Use a handbrake there. Yeah, it's just not fast. I have no confidence in it. I think at the end of the day, I can manage weight. Weight is not really an issue, all things. It's bad. It's very bad. So it makes everything worse, but I can at least manage it. But with the suspension being so unpredictable, I can't really manage that. So it leads to, well, wild flailing around as a driving style, and that's not conducive to good lap times. Right now I think we are stone dead last. I'm not concentrating on the board because I'm trying to not die. But yeah, the Rally Fighter is not putting up a very good fight. Ooh, don't hit the thing. That was at least a good run through there. Shifted in the third, a little bit of a short shift there when they're both in the limiter. Okay, that's not nice. Brakes are not bad in that section, but also not going very fast. We have 2 more laps to actually get a good one, really? Whoa, we two-wheeled it there. That's a bit scary. Yeah, this is just not a good vehicle. I need a suspension upgrade. The problem is, this is already basically a race car that's set up for a very different form of motorsport than, well, RallyCross. RallyCross is part tarmac, part dirt. And it can't deal with these low-speed bumps. It's designed to go Baja racing. It's designed for the Baja 1000, basically. It's meant for ultra-high-speed desert trails. And this is definitely not that. It would be very much at home on the previous build series, but on this one, not so much. We did at least have a good, I think that 5th lap, apart from the two-wheel moment, was pretty good. We got it stock under control. I just can't make that corner. It will have to be slower still. I'm trying to be smoother in here. Yes, that's good. We carry more corner speed by being cautious. Come on. The good news is we do have so much power, I can just leave it in second. I don't have to worry about downshifting every 10 seconds. I do have to worry about lifting off the gas because it just does whatever it wants to do. Yeah, I am disappointed with the Rally Fighter. We're actually not going to beat the Civic. Not by a long shot. I think this might actually be last place. I think the Audi actually did get into the 105s. It was a high 105, but I think it was actually a 105. So, let's see what this thing... There we go, we got a very good line through there. Turn into the corner. I don't know if it was faster or not, but, yeah, the Audi did a 105.9, so I needed to shave off a second on that lap. And did we? We shaved off 0.2 of a second. Okay, so it is stone dead last. Yikes. Yeah, suspension. I had no confidence with the car, and therefore I had no pace with the car. The Audi wasn't great, but at least it has company at the bottom of the table, being one of only 2 vehicles, this one being the second one, to actually not beat the Honda. So, yeah, it's a whole second off the pace of the Honda, half a second off the pace of the Audi, near enough. And, well, let's just say the Ferrari is quite a ways up the road. Disappointing, for sure. Always a bit of a risk with these off-road vehicles. You never know if their suspension is just going to be too soft. Off-road racing tires definitely didn't help. I was hoping to swap those to rally tires. But, yeah. Local mode Rally Fighter kind of sucks. Anyway, that'll be it for this episode of Forza Horizon 5. Way back with more